Everything is so much clearer and obvious with hindsight, an illusion, as God moves in mysterious ways. Who would have thought that of all people, the one person who in Anno Domini 1404 took possession of their fiefdom, situated in a minor province of the empire, would soon be mentioned in the same breath as the greatest heroes of our times?
Pardon me for being so gloomy. I'm afraid terrible news overshadows your arrival. Our beloved Emperor, my esteemed cousin, has been stricken by a puzzling illness. I shall use this cathedral to beg to God in his mercy to spare our ruler. But the construction work is progressing far too slowly. Ah, but where are my manners? I am Lord Northborough, His Majesty's seal bearer. I will lend you a hand until you've settled down here. What a peaceful little settlement your new home is. But only when you familiarize yourself with every aspect of it will it blossom into a splendid metropolis under your rule. Come to my ship immediately, so that we can administer... Now, to cut to the chase. By the power of my office as His Majesty the Emperor's seal-bearer, I herewith grant you this island. May you always act wisely and justly. The people live a life of privation, and only their steadfast faith helps them bear their burdens. You should build a chapel. It won't hurt to pray for the ailing emperor either. First, however, you should have a quick look at the marketplace. Remember, all your subjects need access to this place so they can meet and hold a market. You will need a large number of helpers to build the chapel. I know all about construction sites. Build peasant houses to allow more people to settle here.
Really to be envied.
Wonderful! The fisherman has started work. Your population will thank you for your foresight. Build houses so that you have a large enough workforce on site to build a chapel. Your wood supplies are dwindling. You should quickly hire some lumberjacks. I was also hoping that you would later provide me with some wood for the Imperial Cathedral. How can the market carts collect the finished goods from the plants without a road to the warehouse? Ah, excellent. Now there's nothing to keep you from starting new construction projects. And, God willing, you'll soon help me work on the scaffolding for the Imperial Cathedral. Build houses so that you have a large enough workforce on site to build a chapel. You have killed two birds with one stone. More subjects will not only enable you to build the chapel, but you will also fill your city coffers with more tax income. You should definitely have a look around your warehouse, while your population are moving into their new houses. Just look at that. All your goods are stored. The Emperor's condition has deteriorated. How are we to entreat God's mercy if the cathedral is far from being finished? I simply cannot find enough wood for the scaffolding myself. Ah, I see you found some wood for me. Can my sailors start loading the ship? You truly are an immense help. If this cathedral... I'm putting you in command of this ship as thanks for your help. You'd better board the ship now, as the crew is most eager to meet you. I see you have found your ship. You must be longing to explore the waters around your new home. You'll have plenty of opportunities. Oh dear, your gift. I completely forgot to give it to you. And to make matters worse, it fell overboard as I was leaving. The crate must be... Ah, what a stroke of luck! The goods crate is intact. If you lay those tools out in the warehouse to dry, you will certainly be able to use them. Excellent. I see that you're familiarizing yourself with the sextant and the spyglass. That will make life much easier. I'd like to ask a favor, please. There are so many hungry mouths to feed on the cathedral construction site that there's hardly any food left for the stonemasons on my island in the south. Could you spare them some of your fish? Let's have another look to see if you have enough fish in the goods storage. Ah, excellent. Your fisherman has already placed some supplies in stock. Now get the fish into the hold quickly, before it goes rotten on us. That should be enough. Ah, how my stonemasons will beam with joy when you take them the fish. Not enough people live in your settlement yet to start with. The stonemasons need to keep their strength up if the cathedral construction is to progress. They are desperate for that delivery of fish. The stonemasons need to keep their strength up if the cathedral construction is to progress. They are desperate for that delivery of fish. Remember, every construction site, whether cathedral or chapel, requires a great number of helping hands. Remember, every construction site, whether cathedral or chapel, requires a great number of helping hands. There you are. Can my workers start unloading? That's my missing cargo for the cathedral construction site. The ship must have run aground on the reef during the last storm. Would you be so good as to bring me the crates? Remember, every construction site, whether cathedral or chapel, requires a great number of helping hands. Thank you. Oh, while you're here, kindly transport this cargo of stone to the cathedral construction site immediately. Kindly salvage that ship's cargo. I urgently need it to build the cathedral. Feel free to look around my splendid city. And don't forget to visit the cathedral construction site, too. Kindly salvage that ship's cargo. I urgently need it to build a cathedral. New peasant houses, very good. Your settlement will soon have enough inhabitants to build the chapel. Ah, finally. Can the dock workers unload the cargo now and take the capital stones to the construction site? Thanks to you, we've made excellent progress on the cathedral. Ah, welcome. Did you really manage to salvage the entire car? Thank you so much for your efforts. We must avoid further ships meeting with accidents and endangering construction of the cathedral. Map both reefs and bring the charts to me. Together, the first Mass will soon be held in the chapel. Ah, what a wonderful chapel you've built. The enthusiasm you've shown gives me hope that I too shall soon complete my imperial cathedral.
An island was successful.
Not only do you run your fiefdom with a sure hand, but you even found the time to help me at the construction site. The Emperor will be delighted to learn that he was right to appoint you to this position. Look! The scaffolding is finally up at the cathedral construction site. The first phase is complete. Oh, I really don't know how to thank you for all your help. Now we can start on the foundations for the masonry. But what's this? I see ships on the horizon. Who could this be?
In the name of the Emperor and Cardinal Lucius, I declare the following resolution. To halt the Saracen advance. A Crusader army is to be dispatched to protect the Empire. It is the honor and duty of every vassal to support this effort to the best of his ability.
They came from all the corners of the empire, knights, mercenaries, recruits. They descended on the surrounding lands like a swarm of locusts. At night, one could look out over a sea of campfires and tents which shone in the moonlight, a sea which stretched to the very horizon, and, enthroned in the middle, like a spider in a web, Guy Fawkes, who orchestrated preparations for the imminent crusade with an iron hand.
I was assigned to assemble a Crusader army. It is your duty to help me organize supplies. You will receive more detailed orders.
A crusade? My cousin, His Majesty, never said that he was considering such a thing. But who am I to question our ruler's will? The Emperor may be ill, but he seems to want to conquer the Orient regardless. We must support Guy Fawkes in his endeavors. This is our feudal duty.
You heard the orders, and nobody opposes Cardinal Lucius's orders. You will soon receive your first instructions, so kindly make yourself useful. Do you hear? All these knights have sworn an oath to fight for this crusade, and there are more to come. I need provisions to feed and water these brave men.
This will certainly not be the only demand that Guy Fawkes will place on you. Build a market building, as this will create space for all the new plants. Let's just check if work in the cider farm is also progressing well. You should also create some orchards, so that the cider... Your storage will soon be full of lovely cider. It's a shame that Guy Fawkes will be the first to taste it.
Everything on the...
Citizens are now also living in your city.
If you carry on like this, you'll soon be running a metropolis.
What about those refreshments for the Crusade Knights? Have you got everything? You there. Do you know Marie d'Artois? She is the leader of the settlement in the northeast. Here's an important letter that you must deliver to her immediately. Off you go. It's urgent. Some linen garments for the Crusader Knights won't hurt either. But I don't want to wait forever. I have sent a ship to you. It is yours, but hurry up and deliver those garments. Don't forget to hand the letter over to Marie. It is a great honor for us both to make all the necessary preparations for this crusade. Our work will substantially influence the outcome of the forthcoming battle.
That forecast is obnoxious. You'll need a weaver's hut to satisfy his friendly request. If you want to produce linen garments, you must consider building a hemp plantation.
Everything on the table is fresh.
I know it's rather improper, but could you have a look at this letter? I'm intrigued as to what Guy Fawkes has to discuss with Madame d'Artois.
You have discovered another player's island.
A letter? For me? Let me see it.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
Excellent. You can now build the necessary plants around the new market building.
From Guy Fawkes. In the name... Following a vision, I had new weapons.
As an imperial vassal, it is your duty to assemble some knights for this crusade. There are certain to be some volunteers in your city who want to take up the sword.
Last night, an angel appeared to me in a dream with a cross in one hand and our Emperor's banner in the other. My visions never deceive me. This crusade is the will of God.
Just come and see me anytime if you need some tools. Fabulous. You've now provided the raw material for the linen garments. Ah, Marie has sent you, so I can have these weapons loaded on board your ship. Take good care of that crate.
snap them up.
Fantastic! You will soon have produced... Ah, splendid! Weavers are now moving into your new factory. A few lumberjacks could replenish your dwindling supply of wood.
I am being far too generous in giving you this ship, I know. But this crusade demands sacrifices from us all.
Protecting hand over our settlement.
You could... You call these Hicks knights? Fair enough. If you can't find anyone better...
The angels have proclaimed it. The new weapons will make my knights invincible.
Generous as I am, I give you a ship. And still I have to wait for those linen garments.
The angels have proclaimed it. The new weapons will make my knights invincible. Have you brought the weapons crates? Give them to me. God bless you. I will soon... God in heaven, no! We were on our way to the weapon blessing and ran aground on the reef. Have pity on us and help us!
Generous as I am, I give you a ship. And still I have to wait for those linen garments.
Please hurry. The knights must not under any circumstances miss the weapon blessing.
Generous as I am, I give you a ship. Have you finally managed to produce some linen garments? At last. I need ropes. I have ships and war machines to commission. Jump to it. Remember the ropes, hear me?
I can only advise you to build a rope yard to supply ropes to Forecast as quickly as possible.
God, is it?
Please hurry. The knights must not under any circumstances miss the weapon blessing. Please hurry. The knights must not under...
New buildings are ready to be built.
Thank God! You have come to help us out of our... God bless you! Thanks to you, we will still arrive at the weapon blessing in time.
Game saved.
That forecast is unreasonable, I know, but we must comply with his demands. That forecast is unreasonable, I know, but we must comply with his demands.
So, these are your best men? 9, 10. 10 of your best. Remember the ropes, hear me?
That forecast. I'd be delighted to trade with you. As you wish. That forecast is unreasonable, I know. That forecast is unreasonable, I know, but we must comply with his demands. That forecast is unreasonable, I know, but we must comply with his demands. That forecast is unreasonable, I know, but we must comply with his demands. Excellent. However, we still need some hemp to manufacture the ropes here.
Snap them.
Please don't forget that ropes cannot be produced without hemp. first ropes are being manufactured? Splendid! You'll soon be able to complete Guy Fawkes's quest.
Remember the ropes, hear me? Are you finally delivering the ropes I asked you to produce? At first glance, they don't look like they're about... Before the Crusade Knights go into battle, their weapons must be blessed. There must be a parson somewhere in this godforsaken place who can perform that office. Find him.
A new island has
The island with the mountain monastery does not yet belong to anyone. On you go. Build a warehouse on it, and it's yours.
You have discovered a building on an island.
If you have wood and tools on board, there's nothing to stop you building a warehouse. If you have wood and tools on board, there's nothing to stop you building a warehouse. Excellent. You've just acquired new land.
This Brother Hilarious appears to be an abbot. He will bless the...
I am to bless weapons. Right now? But I have this delicious-smelling chicken in front of me. Lord above, very well. This juicy drumstick will provide me with sustenance on the journey.
It is irrelevant whether the parson wants to bless the weapons or not. He will do it, and you will bring him here.
How nice of you to come to trade.
So, is that really the abbot of the... Wonderful! We can now start the blessing of the weapons immediately. Brother Hilarious, discharge the duties of your office. I have done it! Everything is ready. Now, finally, bless these weapons and then distribute them to the knights.
And so, may the Lord anoint these weapons, that they might bear down on the enemy for the glory of the true faith, and,
Close your eyes, boy.
I am giving you the opportunity to demonstrate your loyalty.